You get paid, and 3 days later you're already doing the math to survive until next Friday. Not buying anything crazy, just existing. And somehow that's still too expensive. I'm gonna fix that today. Your budget isn't the problem. Your income isn't the problem. The system you're using with your money, that's the problem. And the wild part? Nobody taught you a better one, until right now. Real talk. 72% of Gen Z and 65% of Millennials are living paycheck to paycheck right now in 2026. Not because they're irresponsible, not because they're not grinding, because they inherited a financial system that was designed to keep them spending, borrowing, and just barely surviving. You are not the problem, but you are the only one who can fix it. You don't need to spend less. You need to think differently. Here's what that actually looks like. You're watching M Cubed, Money Mindset Makeover. This isn't just a channel. It's a mindset revolution. Subscribe and elevate your money mindset. Elevate your life. And stick around, because today we are cracking the exact blueprint that takes you from broke to in control. Let's go. Let me walk you through a Friday that millions of people know way too well. Payday and that deposit hits. For about 45 seconds, pure euphoria. You check the balance and think, okay, this month is different. This month I got it. Then rent takes its chunk. Car payment, gone. Insurance. The 4 subscriptions you keep meaning to cancel. Utilities. Groceries that somehow cost $170 and you're still not sure what you bought. 1 dinner out because honestly you earned it. 1 online order that felt justified at midnight. And by Monday, you're watching your balance like it personally betrayed you. This isn't a spending problem. This is a system problem. And there's a name for it. The Paycheck Trap. And it's engineered to be almost impossible to escape unless you know the exit. Here are a few boring statistics that you are likely a part of. Per Lend EDU, 47.9% of Gen Z cannot cover a single $1,000 emergency. Ouch! According to the Bureau of Economic Analysis, the average U.S. savings rate in 2025 just 4.6% of income. Last one. Goldman Sachs report from 2025 says 87% of struggling Americans cite high monthly expenses, not overspending, as their #1 block to saving. The math is rigged. Rent in most cities now eats 40–50% of take-home pay. Student loans are back in full force. Inflation has been outpacing wages since early 2025. It's not in your head. The game is genuinely harder than it was for the generations before you. But harder doesn't mean impossible. It just means you need a different playbook. Here's what nobody says out loud. The Paycheck Trap doesn't just drain your bank account, it drains your confidence. It makes you feel like something is wrong with you, like everyone else figured out a code you can't crack. Like no matter how hard you work, you're always 1 bad week away from disaster. That's not a personal failure. That's financial anxiety, and it's at record levels. Deloitte reported in 2025 that Gen Z financial insecurity spiked 60% in a single year. Not gradually, 60% in 12 months. Sorry, another stat. Said I was done but couldn't resist. You're working harder than any generation before you. Side gigs, overtime, remote jobs, freelance, content creation, and still feeling behind. Because hustle without a system is just expensive exhaustion. You're not lazy. You're not bad with money. You were just never handed the blueprint. Today that changes. Have you or someone you know struggled to hold on to money no matter how hard they tried? Drop your story in the comments. Your experience might be exactly what someone else needs to hear to keep going. So what's actually happening? Why does this cycle feel impossible to break? There are 3 invisible walls. Once you see them, you can't unsee them. Step 1. You have no financial cushion. When every month is a tightrope walk with no net, one small thing can end everything. Flat tire. Doctor visit. Phone breaks. Suddenly, you're not just broke. You're behind, borrowing, catching up, and then trying to start over. It's impossible to build momentum when you're constantly in recovery mode. You need a buffer before anything else. Not a massive savings fund, just enough runway so that real life doesn't derail you every 60 days. Step 2. Your money has no assignment. Imagine hiring a team of workers, paying them, and then letting them just wander around your house. That's what most people do with their money. It lands in checking. It sits there. Life grabs it. Unemployed money disappears. Every single time. Your dollars need a job the moment they arrive. Rent, groceries, savings, investing, fun. When money has purpose, it stops mysteriously vanishing 3 days after payday. Step 3. You save what's left, not what's first. The broke person's plan: earn, then pay bills, then spend, then save whatever's left. Results? There is never anything left. Because life always fills the gap. A birthday dinner, a car thing, a sale that felt too smart to skip, kids' cleats for soccer, and I'll save the rest quietly becomes there is no rest every single month without fail. These 3 walls work together to keep you exactly where you are. But now that you can see them, walls only stop people who don't know they're there. Now hold on, because this is the part that matters. The answer is not a budget app. It's not a 30-category spreadsheet. It's not some complicated financial product. It's a 3-step sequence that every financially free person has figured out, and that nobody teaches in school. Earn, but save first, then live on the rest. That's the whole blueprint. It's called Pay Yourself First. And it's not motivational fluff. It's a mechanical shift in the order of operations that changes everything. Here's how you execute it starting today. Step 1. Build your $1,000 buffer now. Not a 6-month emergency fund. Not some massive savings goal that feels impossible. Just $1,000? A comma. That single comma is the difference between one bad week and one financial spiral. $1,000 means the flat tire doesn't touch your rent. The unexpected bill doesn't go on a credit card at 27% interest. You handle it, reset, and keep going. This is your first mission. Everything else comes after. Step 2. Automate savings before you can touch it. The second your paycheck hits, money should already be moving. Set up an automatic transfer to a separate savings account to fire the day after payday. Before you see it. Before you spend it. Before you even think about it. Start with $25 if that's all you've got. $25. You will never miss what you never touch. Automation makes discipline completely unnecessary, and that's the point. You're not relying on willpower, you're building infrastructure. Step 3. Give every dollar a job before the month starts. 5 minutes, really, that's all this takes. Before the month begins, assign every expected dollar: rent, utilities, groceries, savings, investing, fun money. When money has a destination, there's nothing left to accidentally spend. This isn't restriction, this is direction. Restricted people feel trapped. Directed people feel free because they know exactly where they stand every single day. This system works at $28K a year. It works at $128K because income was never the issue. People making 6 figures go broke because they built a 6-figure lifestyle with 0 infrastructure. You're building the infrastructure first. That is the unfair advantage. Wealth isn't about how much you make. It's about building systems that work while you sleep. As I like to say here on M Cubed, let's bring it home, my money-saving mavericks. The paycheck trap is real. It's by design, and you didn't accidentally fall into it. But escaping it? That is fully in your hands. And now you have the map. 3 moves, that's it. 1. Build your $1,000 buffer. Get the cushion between you and chaos. Do this first before anything else. 2. Pay yourself first automatically every single payday. Before rent. Before groceries. Before life grabs it. 3. Give every dollar a job before the month starts. Stop reacting and start directing. The people who break this cycle aren't smarter. They don't have more willpower. They just stopped leaving their financial future up to whatever happened to be left over. That's it. That's the whole difference. You are not behind. You are not broken. Instead, you are just starting with a system that actually works. Now go make that first move. Next, I'll show you how to build your first $1,000 fast. And most of it is already closer than you think. Stick and stay, M Cubed family. I've got your back.